These are in listen-only mode.
All right. Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good middle of the night. I don't know where you're at, but I'm glad that you're here right now watching this video. I'm going to take maybe 3 or 4 or 5 or 9 minutes of your time right now, and I'm just going to share some thinking with you about getting for sale by owner listings, FSBO listings. Okay? It's just a free little class just to get your kind of brain turning a little bit differently. Right. So, in fact, I'd like you to think about this. You know, there's all kinds of real estate salespeople on the planet. In San Diego County, there's like 28,000 licensed realtors who are like soybeans, commodities, right, pork bellies. But there's not that many marketers with a real estate license. Like, that's a little different. That's a distinction. You're a marketer with a real estate license, or you're a traditional real estate salesperson. Think about being a marketer with a real estate license, right? If you're going to do that, you want to operate at a higher level, like execute at a much higher level with your mail pieces and with your Facebook pay-per-click campaigns, with your lead capture squeeze pages, and whether you're on the phone talking to people, cold calling expireds and FSBOs. You start thinking like a marketer. It changes everything. It changes everything, right? Because you've got to put yourself in the shoes of your prospect, right? You got to think from where they're at. And so let's talk about for sale by owners right now for a minute. Because over here at SimpleListingSolutions.com, what I do is I help real estate agents fish for all the different species of listings fish out there, right? I help you go down to the end of the pier with like 6 different fishing rods, and you bait all your hooks differently. You got the divorce bait, you got the FSBO bait, expired, referral, farm area, right? And you're bringing home dinner, right? Because the riches are in the niches. If you want listings, you got to know who you're talking to. Right, marketer with a real estate license, and talk directly to them. You've got to have a unique service offer that's appealing to them, right? And so, a generic unique service offer is find out how much your home would sell for, and then you hope the whole world is interested. The problem with that is a lot of people want to know how much their home would sell for, but they just don't want to sell their house, right? Now you're stuck in the weeds. If you sent out 5,000 postcards, putting together home value reports for a bunch of people who don't want to sell their house. Right. So learning how to communicate with your words, with your written headlines, right, is fundamental if you want people to respond to you. So let's think about for sale by owners for a minute. What's going on with a for sale by owner? What are they doing that for? Don't they know that there's real estate agents out there? Right? It's like, well, think about it for a minute. 2 things. Maybe they worked with a realtor in the past and they saw what that real estate agent did or didn't do and figured, I can do that just as well or better, right? And they're probably right. They're probably right. I can't tell you how many signs I drive by. There's a flyer box that's empty. And I drive by and the sign's been empty. The flyer box has been empty. Sign's broken. It's hanging there. I'm like, does an agent ever come by and like pay attention to their inventory? I mean, what the heck? Right? So a lot of that going on out there. Right. But more likely than not, like I bet dollars to donuts, if I was in Las Vegas and I had to put my money on one thing, I'd say probably they're just trying to save money. Probably they're trying to save the real estate commission. And thinking about the market right now, they know, hey, there's not a lot of inventory out there. There's plenty of buyers, and I could save myself some money. What's another way to say that? I could make more money. Say if I save money when I sell my house by not paying commissions, what do I do? I'm making more money. So what are they trying to do? Make more money. Right? And if you could appeal to their greedy nature, hey, I can help you make more money. Like hey, I understand why you want to sell your home on your own. It makes perfect sense. Right? You want to make more money. But what if I could help you make more money, 0 risk, 0 obligation? You're not married to me, right? And if you go out and you find a perfect buyer for your house and they've got a great offer for you, go with it. You've got all the freedom in the world to go with it, right? However, if I can bring you a buyer and financially it makes sense, like you look at the offer, you look at the numbers and you go, hey, whoa, this is awesome. And it makes sense to you, would you go with it? I bet you would. I bet you would. Right. So if you could communicate that message to a for sale by owner, again, the message is this. Hey, I understand why you want to sell your home on your own. It makes perfect sense. You want to save money, put some extra change in your pocket. Maybe you worked with a realtor in the past who was kind of unimpressive and they left you thinking you could do the same thing on your own, the same or better. And you may be right. I totally respect that. But what if I could offer you a system, 0 obligation, 0 risk, that actually helped you get top dollar for your house, right? While you continue to market it on your own, right? You're not obligated to me, but if I do bring you a great offer that makes perfect sense, the numbers all work out perfectly for you, wouldn't you want to take it? Of course you would, right? So how do you communicate that to FSBOs, right? Could you get a little note that you write on a little note card, like a little thank you card that goes in an envelope with a stamp? You know they're going to open it, right? It's not a generic mail piece. You know they're going to get the little envelope in the mail with a handwritten address and a stamp on it. They're going to open it, right? And what if their address is 1227 Appleview, right? That's where they live. This is for sale by owner, 1227 Appleview. And what if they open that little card and it says, hey, go to www.1227appleview.info. I think you'll be interested in what you see over there. Do you think they would go? I bet 10 out of 10 of them are going to open the envelope, and I bet 10 out of 10 of them would go because it's their address, www.1227appleview.info. I better go log on and see what the heck is going on. Of course they're going to go. And when they got over there, what if they could see a compelling headline, because your headline is 80% of your message, right? Zero risk, zero obligation way for you to get top dollar for your house. And then there was a video, click, and they could meet you right there, and you take 2 minutes or less to explain just a knockdown propositions, like they can't beat it. Wow. That would be a great way to present your unique service offer. It's automated. All you got to do is fill out the cards. Boom, in the mail, boom, in the mail, boom, in the mail. All right. That'd be pretty cool. You could do it. You could list FSBOs all day long. All day long. So there's an idea for you. And if you'd like to learn more about that system and other systems for landing other fish like the divorce fish and the probate fish, very lucrative niches. Think about divorce and probate. They're happening 365 days a year. All economies, doesn't matter what the interest rates are doing, they're happening. They're biting all the time. Are you fishing those niches? Come over to SimpleListingSolutions.com, poke around, see what we're up to over here, and I think you'll be impressed. And we're not hard to learn about. I've helped hundreds of agents all across North America list thousands of properties, including big top producers I'm working with right now that I've been working with for years. You can call them up and say, hey, is this stuff working? And you can talk to them. Right, so don't be afraid to come over here and learn about what we're up to, right? And if you want to meet a guy in a fancy suit who drives a big Mercedes-Benz and you go up on the stage with 9,000 realtors in the room and charge you thousands of dollars for a box full of tapes and CDs and workbooks and stuff like that, then maybe you don't want to come over here, right? But if you want to meet a marketer with a real estate license who can help you list more properties, right? Learn how to leverage your inventory, right? Learn how to work and how to really fish in all the different niches, I'd love to meet you. So thanks for watching this video. Thanks for taking the time. And thanks for liking it here on YouTube, saying, hey, click like. I like this. And thanks for leaving a positive comment saying, hey, great video, Chris. And even better, thanks for sharing it with your colleagues, right? Because rising tides lift all boats, right? So go do good work. Bye.